everyone, my name's Melissa Strange and welcome to another episode of For the Love of Drag. Today we're going to be talking about RuPaul's Drag Race Season 8, Episode number 7, also known as Shady Politics. Today's episode started off with an Andrew Christian underwear pit crew model mini challenge where the girls had to say whether they thought that particular Andrew Christian underwear model preferred the top or the bottom. Bunk. And Derrick Barry, the queen of thruples, won. Maybe that somehow helped her figure out who was a top and who was a bottom? It worked. She won a Casper mattress. This week's Maxi Challenge, since it's a presidential year, is a presidential challenge where the girls will have to run in pairs against each other to do an ad campaign. So the pairings are Thorgy Thor and Chi Chi DeVayne, Naomi Smalls and Kimchi, and Bob the Drag Queen and Derrick Barry. Basically, the campaign has to promote the queen while throwing lots of shade at her opponent. The directors of the ad campaigns, of course, are going to be Michelle Visage and Carson Kressley. So the girls are going to have to write something, go in, perform it, and film it in front of the two judges and take their advice and their direction, and then the campaigns will be shown on the runway. During the filming, I thought Derrick and Bob were hilarious, the both of them. I was getting this sneaky from Bob and this like cannibalist thing from Derrick, and I was loving it all. Then I felt like it just started going downhill from there, to be honest, just a little bit more and more as each pair went on. Because next up was Kimchi and Naomi, and I thought that the struggle was real, you know? Like, Naomi was okay. She wasn't, like, amazing, but then Kimchi was just, like, needed something to happen. And then Thorgy and Chi Chi went up, and it was like they were not prepared enough. They were just kind of like, well, Thorgy had a lot of ideas, but hadn't really settled on which one she was gonna do, and then like missed parts for her B-roll, where Chi Chi was kind of like, had this idea to do a character that was like very political, straight talking, blah 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 blah, and it just didn't work for her. And Michelle and Carson are like, come on, give us Chi Chi, who is this? On Elimination Day, when the girls are getting ready, we find out that Bob was actually arrested in the past for protesting for marriage equality. Which, I mean, it's awesome that you were protesting, that you wanted this marriage equality thing to happen. It just sucks that they arrested you for it. I hate when people get arrested for just standing up for things that need to happen. The girls also did talk about how fortunate Americans are to live in America and that there's a lot worse places in the world to be living. And that Americans need to remember that, and so do Canadians, because us Canadians, I think, forget how good we have it up here. So on the runway tonight, it was black and white realness, and then we also see the girls' ad campaigns. First up was Bob, and she was hilarious, and Derrick was hilarious in Bob's ad campaign. I laughed out loud pretty much the whole time. You could hear the judges laughing out loud during the whole thing. It was great. I thought her main stage was also really nice. I think she really stepped it up for this competition. Derrick was super funny, super shady, hilarious. When she came out in like her dress was black and then she pulled the thing and it went white, I wish she like had stepped at least halfway down the runway before doing that reveal, because I feel like it was like, she's in black, oh, now she's in white. And I was like, well, I wish we got to see a little bit more. Naomi's ad campaign wasn't the best, but she was dressed like Raven. She was dressed wearing something that Raven went out in season, what Raven was season? What season was Raven? 3? I think Raven was season 3. Season 2. I don't remember. I think she was season 3. Season 2? Season 3. Season 2? I don't remember right now. Anyway, she was dressed just like Raven did. Kimchi's wasn't very shady and was kind of hard to understand where she was going with it. I thought her makeup was really awesome on the main stage. I felt like Thorgy's ad kind of made Chi Chi looked like a good choice, because Thorgy was talking bad about her but showing Chi Chi handing out food to homeless people, which, like, I mean, if you saw that in a presidential campaign, you'd be like, wait, are you trying to say this is a bad candidate for giving food to homeless people? Because that's like a good thing to do. It was very mixed. I did like the way that she looked. I don't think it was the best, but I liked it. Also, during Thorgy's critique, she was making a ton of excuses. The only thing about Chi Chi's ad that was interesting to me is her like paid for part at the end of her ad. It made me giggle, but like nothing else about it did. I was kind of like, the whole time she was talking. And she also looked great on the runway tonight. During the judges' private critique things when the girls are already in the back room, I didn't really understand why they liked Naomi so much. I didn't really see it. Like, her ad wasn't like that great. Like I said, it literally went downhill. The order that they showed the ads in the show was actually like what I think in my head was the order of good to bad. That was it. And so I was kind of surprised that they liked Naomi. I thought she just kind of fell in the middle. I just felt like they like gave her a little bit of extra credit. It was weird. So Bob and Derek won the challenge, which was no surprise to me because they were the only two who actually did good, in my opinion. That was it. That competition, they took it and made it their bitch. Bob is slaying. I really do think Bob wins this season. Like, Bob is slaying all the competitions. The lip sync is Thorgy versus Chi Chi, and I'm sitting there like, I like both of these queens. Like, originally in my predictions video, which I've linked up in the info box up top here, I really, truly, honestly thought that I wouldn't like Chi Chi in this competition, and I really do like Chi Chi. But the lip sync was amazing. They did really well. The cameras were going back and forth between the two. They were both slaying that lip sync, but Chi Chi pulled out a win and Thorgy went home. And I was kind of sad about that, but what you gonna do? So I like to end these episodes with picking something in my house that best represents the queen that went home, and the only thing I could think of for Thorgy was my sad heart, because I truly was sad that she was going home, but she went home in good spirits, and that's awesome. And if Thorgy's ever performing in my city, I'm definitely gonna go. So I will be at the Thorgy Thorchestra show, or the Thorgy whatever you end up doing show in Toronto if you ever come here, because you were really good. I really did like you, to be honest. So thanks again for watching this video, you guys. If you want to see more of my videos, all you have to do is hit subscribe. I post a new For the Love of Drag video every Tuesday following an episode of RuPaul's Drag Race, but there will be some more drag related content in between here and there, so you better subscribe so you don't miss a single thing if you want to. It'd also be super cool of you if you hit the like button and left me a comment down below with who your favorite was tonight, what your favorite look was, who was your favorite ad campaign, who do you think is going to win RuPaul's Drag Race, because it is getting down. They are what, in the final 5 now? Like, we are getting down. There's no queens left. Everyone's great. It is a nail biting season, people. The amount of nail polish I have on makes my nails look really small. I have full size nails, like normal people nails. I don't know. Anyways, getting off topic. Once again, my name's Melissa Strange, and until next time, stay strange.